flashy, dark, amusing.
This film is really about two guys.
Play the driver, Nicolas Cage plays the passenger.
The passenger, by nature, is enigmatic. He's a puzzle.
One guy hijacks another guy who's about to have a baby.
It becomes these two men in this journey over the course of one night in real time. Is, our driver, as our main character, actually the man that, our villain thinks he is, or is it a case of mistaken identity?
And over the course of the film, we get to watch this game unspool.
And this combination of the thriller aspect of it, the dark humor in it, the violence and scary moments of it, and the truth in it, it's kind of very rare.
Yuval was really interested in noir films from the past, so we looked at a lot of the harder lighting and stylized lighting from those films as references, and that starts to get my head spinning in terms of what I want to do next. My sort of toolbox is immersive cinematography. I really like getting cameras into unique angles and difficult situations and moving them in a way that feels natural to the story. That's the cool thing about this film is it's all in a car.
I've always enjoyed scenes that were shot in automobiles. It's an intimate set piece, and you can get really private moments in that close environment.
There's one thing to shoot commercials that are like 2 minutes in a car, or for people to shoot a 3-minute scene in a film in a car. But we have like a third of the film in the car, more, like 35, 36 minutes in the car.
When we do car stuff, whether it's on process trailer or we're using things like the Russian arm, the reset time is significant. You need police, you need all kinds of bells and whistles.
It's a nightmare. Just everybody goes to the other car and you have to drive them and then you lose connection. And I talk to the actors with the walkie-talkie and they're like, what? I lost connection. And you can't have one shot a day.
So I think honestly, if you're gonna ask me what the hardest thing was about this movie, it was the unpredictability of Vegas's weather in the summer.
The locations here in Vegas happened to get hit by some of the craziest monsoons in the last 10 years, and the strip was flooding.
You go to the desert in the summer, you don't expect to have rain like 7 out of 8 days in the first 10 days that we were shooting.
The producer found this place, view, we can actually do it with an LED screen, because then you can actually shoot it beautifully as opposed to being outside on a car, which is an absolute nightmare. And here we are shooting, just today, we're probably shooting 12 minutes in one day. We wouldn't be able to do this film without this amazing LED setup.
So this was a way of making it completely seamless technology-wise, and you can speed up the process and then have so many more options to put the camera in different places.
Because with green screen or blue screen behind a car, it's a lot harder to get authentic street reflections on the glass, and cars are giant mirrors and they see everything. When you put a car on a volume and then you put in an environment around it and reflect light from the top, it looks almost true to life. For a cinematographer, that's a huge hand up.
Coming in here is very turnkey. It gets the actors into a position where they don't have to worry too much about the environment around them, noise, people, onlookers. They can kind of just come into this environment. It feels safe, it feels quiet, and they can kind of do what they need to do.
This studio is gorgeous.
The LED volume walls are a wonderful environment to work in as a filmmaker. So you can get much more material, you can get more distinct angles. It opens up your toolkit to a whole new variety of ways to shoot.
There's something about this film, this big story that calls for big performances. It has both a lot of heart and a lot of truth. It's a thriller, it's a wild ride. I think people will enjoy it.